Hey everybody, Doug here from 2 Plus Stuff. Let me get my chat over here so I can turn my head. Hi, happy Friday. This is Doug again with 2 Plus Stuff, and this is my weekly show while you're reforging. So, if you're new to the channel, what this is throughout the week I will put up various pre-recorded shows, that kind of stuff, covering lore and a whole bunch of other topics. But then on Fridays, I kind of like to have some way of more like relaxed sort of hanging out with people. And so that's exactly what the point of this is. And so it's more of an informal Q&A type thing where we're hanging out. We're going to cover a bunch of different topics, like my hobby progress, games that I've played, some stuff that's going on in industry news, so talking about Games Workshop news and that kind of stuff. If someone can just type in the chat, make sure they can hear and see me okay, I would super appreciate it, just so I know the stream's working. Hey, there we go, night is in. Hey Doug, happy Friday. Hey buddy. So, the way I typically do this show is that I will talk about my part of the subjects, like hobby progress. I'll talk about what I built and painted and that kind of stuff. And then I'll open it up for discussion about what you guys have been working on. So feel free to comment, or if you just want to hang out and listen, that's totally cool too. So what I'm going to do is kick things off again with hobby progress. I should say that most weeks I have like a main topic, but this week I was asked to play some Vermintide. So that's what we're going to do, because I'm kind of in a weird holding pattern. I'll explain why in a second. So let's go to the downward cam here. I can show you. Oh, apparently my camera got knocked into oblivion. Apologies for that. Let me turn that light off. There we go, it's adjusting. There we go, life is healing. So in my neck of the woods in Iowa, eastern Iowa, it has been incredibly humid, like painfully so. It hurts to breathe outside. Anyway, so I've been in build mode. So I'm building up a whole bunch of stuff. I have these guys. This is a start collecting box. So you have a Lord on Crackerjack, Chaos Warriors, Knights. These are the endless spells. I have a Gaunt Summoner on disc. Yeah, working hard at those guys. So, and I gotta say, wasn't the biggest fan of these models. I mean, and assembly. The models, when they're done, they look incredible. But in terms of assembly, I felt they were, I don't know, things didn't line up quite correctly. They were somewhere in between a snap fit and a traditional model, but didn't have the advantages of either. If that makes any sense to you whatsoever. But that's honestly been it for me. Last weekend we had to go see some family and stuff. It was a wonderful time, but again, all that eats into hobby time. But I have gotten the itch, right? I've gotten the captain's itch. You know, don't get the powder. It's because it's about building and modeling and hobbying. And I have my games played to thank for that reinvigoration of my hobby. Excuse me, got something stuck in my throat. But here's my plans for the Slaves to Darkness. Now, I'm going to do a dedicated video in the Path to Glory format that I wanted to do, talking about this in a bit more detail, but essentially, I want to do a Carnival of Chaos. If you're not familiar with that concept, you can look it up online. It's just a very simple thing where, like, Nurgle, specifically, because he's the god of creepy, happy, and joy, would send forth a carnival covered in like an illusion. So like it would be this magnificent sight. It would roll up to a farming community, put on the best spectacle ever. It would draw in the entire town. And then the second the sun went down, the illusion of whatever it was would drop, and things would go from this fun, happy carnival to showing their true form, which is like Nurgle demons and all kinds of corrupted nastiness. So I'm going for something that is loosely like that. Now, I do have a policy when I have models, and that is, before I convert anything, I build one exactly the way that it was described. Okay, and the reason I do that is because it just adds diversity and cuts down on work. Like, it just, more models look different, even if some of them are bog standard. But when you have this guy next to a converted one, it looks like two different things. So that's why I do it. To that end, I didn't do any conversions on any of this stuff, so that's totally fine. We're going to put that off to the side. However, I do have some stuff to share. Now, I don't think these are going to show up hyper well on camera. I despise the Games Workshop Marauder models. I don't like that they're the same height as Chaos Warriors. I don't like that they're bulkier with more muscle than them. I don't like the way they all have the same kind of like face as if they just got hit with a water balloon in the mouth. Just kind of their lips curled up, kind of a yar face. So what I did was I ordered a bunch of flagellants from the Devoted to Sigmar and Poxwalkers from 40k, and as well as a box of Spire Tyrants, and I've been kit bashing them all together. So for example, on this guy, this one's probably a terrible example. It's just a head swap. I took the Poxwalker head off. I put the noose from the flagellants kit and a flagellant head. We're going to do him in all skin tones, so it looks like he's just twisted. His body's all morphed out, but it's not necessarily green or whatever. This guy, he was holding a two-handed weapon, like a double-handed hammer or something like that. So I cut off those arms and green stuffed in some flagellant arms because they are holding a mace, whatever, in an exact same pose. So that was an easy conversion. And then this guy, sort of like the ringleader of the Marauders, all I did was put a sword and I put a shield in his tentacle arm as if he would wrap his tentacle through the handles and just kind of latch onto it. Again, none of these are super stealth, like they're not complicated, but they just get me away from the Marauder models, and yeah. All right, let's see. I'm gonna check the chat here. Feel free to throw in what projects you have been working on. Hey D-Man, hot minute since I've been able to catch a live stream. Hope all in your corner of the world is... Oh yeah, it's going great, actually. I'm having a really good week after a really long couple of months, if I'm honest with you. Let's see. Hi Doug, howdy. Hey Wargamer Willie. The Marauders also have leather daddy outfits. They do. They do, yes. Neil, enough is enough. All this army switching is starting to give me headaches. I don't watch you for a week and you already changed armies again. What happened to the nice Excelsior? So Neil, yes, you skipped an important thing, and I'm going to put up a video that explains it in a little more detail. But essentially, what happened was I played my first game of Age of Sigmar 3rd Edition, and I brought my Stormcast from the Dominion set. I almost said Excelsior set. The Dominion set, and my opponent brought like Wave 1 Stormcast stuff, and we were kind of doing a half demo, half game thing. And we realized about halfway through the thing that I was using the Allegiance abilities from the Stormcast War Scroll card, and he was using them straight from his Battle Tome. So what that means is there's two vastly different Stormcast armies on the table. Now he is one of the few people that I can get a full game of AOS in with, and so I was looking at that and I knew I had the rules for 3.0, and I will probably have the rules for the Stormcast Eternals ahead of time, and so I didn't want that kind of confusion between the two of us, and so what I ended up doing was just going with my Slaves to Darkness, because I have them, I like them, I want to paint them up. I haven't gotten rid of the Stormcast, I'm still keeping them. Like, they're actually on the shelf right back here, you can see them. They look fantastic and I enjoy them. I am going to play them. It's just right now when I'm trying to get a group going locally, Slaves to Darkness are, one, extremely simple, right? I mean, they're very simple. It puts me on the same kind of time curve as everybody else where, like, I'm also waiting for a new book. It's not like I have something that somebody else doesn't have, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of why. It's not like I switched projects. It was more I looked at what was going on and was like, I didn't like having access to things that my opponents didn't, especially in a context where I'm trying to teach people the game. So I just decided we'll pause that for a bit, let the Battle Tome drop, people can do whatever, and then I will... Your army switching excuses are getting more elaborate each time. No, if I want to switch, I just switch. That was my whole thing with the Nurgle. I was just like, I'm just done with this. Wargamer Willie, a little kit bash cash. Oh, thank you so much. Like a good friend. Hope this isn't weird. Oh, dude, no, I love hanging out with you guys. Absolutely. Thank you so much, buddy. Question, Doug. I see we have similar tastes when it comes to our Path to Glory armies. My Bile Piper just opened a ruinous theater in the swamps of Gur, where prisoners are entertained with music. I like that. I should get a... Yeah. Good call. We should do that. I should do that. A bile pipe would be a fantastic little herald of, the party that's coming. Trying to finish my Manticore. Nice. What's up, Mole Miner? Night is Zen. I'm working on a Lizardman team for Blood Bowl intro day on the 24th. Cool. That's awesome. I'm waiting to hear back from one of our local stores. We actually, there's a store in the area called Critical Hit Games where the owners of that store are hosts of a rather, I guess, large Blood Bowl podcast. So they're very into the community. One of them has gone to national games and that kind of stuff. I don't know. It all sounded very fancy when they explained it to me. But so I am hoping that their league will start up soon. Their store is located on the college campus, and so they do have a little bit of other restrictions as opposed to the store that I have been going to for the games played that I'll talk about here in a second, where it's a little bit further outside of town, so it's not quite as densely packed. The school's not trying to regulate stuff too. That's what it is. I'm doing a Khorne-themed Slaves Warband for my Path to Glory. Going to be Warriors, Chosen, Knights, and Lords. Only going to have the bare minimum Marauders for Rally of the Tribes. Yeah, that's fair. I'm looking to have 20 to 30 max. And they are going to be a thing where each and every one of them is either proxied or kit bashed on some level. I don't like just full proxies. But yeah, so it'll be fun. Let's see. Hello, have you all talked about the kill team shapes? Not yet, we're just getting started. Okay, so I'm going to move into not hobby progress, we just finished that. Games played. And I have 2 games to report. So, Elect Man, hope I haven't missed hobby progress. I haven't been working on... Nope, you got it in there just in time, buddy. We're just kicking off the next segment, so you are good. Hey, that guy, So the first game I want to talk about is actually with... Actually, I have 3 games to talk about, don't I? No, just 2. Okay. So the first one was I did a redo of the Path to Glory game with Steve. So this is the one I was just talking about before, where we both played Stormcast. It was, in my opinion, a disaster of a demo, but we still had a good time, and I just like him as a person. So stuff like that. But since then, I got my Slaves to Darkness out. Their rules I can much more easily wrap my head around. So I threw together a little 1,000-point list and basically was able to assemble a nice little 1,000-point army. It was a War Shrine, Chaos Sorcerer Lord on Mana Core. I know there was Allied Blight Kings in there. Chaos Warriors, Iron Golems, and a Chariot. It's a very odd mishmash of things, but it's what I had painted at the time. And we played a narrative mission, Breakthrough, which is one of you is the attacker. That was me. So I had an entire half of the board longways, and my opponent, the defender, had the 2 far sides left and right of his deployment, which means there's a big blank space going right up the center. And the idea of the mission is I have to run towards the opposite side of the table edge, and if a round ends with one of my dudes, I think within 7 inches, I think was the distance, he goes off the table, and my opponent's trying to stop me from getting off the table. The more units that I get off the table, the better I do. Here's the thing about Slaves to Darkness. 1, a lot of stuff is slow. What I tried to do was be sneaky and kind of spread out. I had a Chariot on the far side. I had some Iron Golems on the far left, because they're not super fast, but I was thinking that they would be so little of a threat they could sneak around, kind of a thing. And all this stuff, they were kind of spread all over the place. And essentially, thanks to a Ballista, a unit of Judicators, and what else? What was the other one? Evocators on foot, the ones who just shock you just for showing up. They basically thwarted me. The Ballista took out the Chariot on one side, Judicators took out the Iron Golems on the other, and then he basically deep struck a 10-man unit of Liberators, and then the evocators, and just brought them up the center. And I just didn't have enough room with the terrain, so that was a major win for my opponent, which is cool. For me, it was one of those things that, like, I felt good. Like, I feel like I remembered most of my rules and I did really well, but at the same time, it was one of those things like, I was just looking at this mission, like, it's such a different kind of mission from, kill a certain character or survive so many rounds, that I was just like, I don't know how to get over there. My guys move 5 inches. I got Blight Kings who move 4. The Mana Core can fly, but that's about it. The Chariot can go 12. Yeah, something like that. If not 12, close to it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. That was my first game, and that was an absolute blast. That was very rejuvenating after a few negative experiences. Not negative. Experiences where I was disappointed in myself for not playing well. And then the second game actually happened yesterday, where my buddy Rob, he had a day off and he was like, you want to play some Warcry? And like, I haven't played Warcry since like January or February. And I was like, yes, absolutely yes. So we met up, we got a great game in. We decided to restart our campaigns because we wanted to use the Toma Champions 2020 stuff, because they have like a modified points list and all these kinds of things. So we went ahead and did that. I'm using my Slaves to Darkness, so it gives me more motivation to paint them. Yeah, no, it's been really cool, actually. So I'm very excited about that. At the same time, this is just a side thing to kind of poke in there. I found out that while we were there playing, another gentleman walked up. His name's Devin, and he, introduced. I knew him from around because he popped in a few times before when I was playing other games. But he let me know that he used to be the guy who was in charge of, or kind of organizer behind, the Warhammer Underworlds events locally before quarantine shut it all down, and that he was looking to kind of get back into that. And I was like, oh man, that would be amazing. And they play Warcry every Friday in the afternoons. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, when I was first kind of scouting the area out before I moved here, I found that people in this particular region, which is Iowa City, Cedar Rapids area, Quad Cities, I'll loop them all in, really into 40k, Warhammer Underworlds, and Warcry. And it's just like, you shot everything around Age of Sigmar, but not actually the game. But it'll be fine, just because I picked up, what are they called? I have the box right here. Yeah, Kagra's Ravagers. I picked this up because that's the warband I'm going to be running. I needed some extra models for Chaos Warriors as well, because they went from 5s to 10s, so I was just down a few. So that fills up a unit too, which is real nice. But yeah, so I have this warband. I'm going to be doing that on eBay. I went and I snagged someone who was selling off all the non-model stuff from Beastgrave. I buy something every time I go into my local store just to support them. But I was standing there looking at the Warhammer Underworld stuff, and I was like, I do not want to pay 60 or 75 bucks for a set that I have no interest in the models for. Like, this and like 1 or 2 other warbands are the ones that I'm interested in. So I was like, I'll go buy something else here at the store and I'll order this online. So that's what I ended up doing. But yeah, those are my games played. As far as how the Warcry game went, it was super neck and neck. Rob was playing his Night Haunt. I had my Slaves to Darkness. And it was a mission where I was the attacker and I had to kill his hero by the end of the 4th round. Now, we decided to modify that just a smidge. If you played Warcry, if you get the actual deck of cards with victory conditions, things tend to end on turn 4, even though things are still coming onto the board turn 3. If you look at the Toma Champions missions, the ones that come out like sort of in their General's Handbook, a lot of those missions go till round 5. And I have found that to be much more fun simply because when your stuff comes on turn 3, I mean, like some units move 3 inches, right? Like their move action, even if they do a move, it's 6 inches and then they can't do anything. So adding that extra round gives all of your toys a chance to do a thing, which I think is super important. So we made that modification, and then his Knight of Shrouds. It was so funny because he kept running away from where I was, which was smart. He's trying to keep a Knight of Shrouds alive, but he kept running towards where my next reinforcements would show up. So like he would fade left, and then the reinforcements would show up there, and then he would like bolt across the board this way, and then the reinforcements were over there. And that was just the way the mission panned out. It was super fun. He managed to kill my leader, which was actually, I have a second set of these just for the models. I'm using the Chaos Sorcerer Lord, or Sorceress, in here as a Chaos Sorcerer Lord in Warcry. Punked her easily. And then a Warrior of Chaos with double hand weapons jumped off a building, took the fall damage, and was able to hack and slash until the ethereal bits were gone from him. So it came down to the last turn. Because, we looked at it, and it's like, well, if the game had ended on turn 4, I would have literally nothing even remotely near you because my stuff moves so slow. So that extra turn is what made it a game. And even then, it came down to one guy's attack. So I felt like that was not egregious in any way. It wasn't like we modified the game scenario and it just ruined everything. But yeah, I had a wonderful time. Rob said he did too. He's excited about Warcry because it gives him motivation to paint his Night Haunt. He's somebody that I definitely want to play Underworlds and Age of Sigmar with. So he's a good guy. As far as anything else, no. That's why I actually got home and played some Warhammer Underworlds last night. I did a quick little stream and played a few games, just trying to get back into it. I will say there is a big difference between the video game version and the IRL version. It's a hard gap to breach, where it's like, little things like I had to ask the chat which is better, hammers or the daggers on the sides of the die, because the game doesn't actually show you what a die looks like. So I was like, I don't know what that means. Is this a buff or a debuff? And someone in the chat was nice enough to explain. So yeah, I don't know, that kind of stuff where it's like, if I already know the game, the video game's much easier. If I'm learning it, there's still some things that I'm like, I don't quite understand that. You know what I mean? It's not a good teacher, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, let's see. That's it for me for games played. If you have a fun game moment from the last week, I would love to hear it. So go ahead and throw it in the chat. I'm going to get caught up on our chat that's already here before we move into news. So that'd be fun. I'm using Marauder Horseman for Rally the Tribes. Yeah, so Rally the Tribes is the one where you get to basically pull in a free unit of chumps. Like just crappy dudes. Pick your flavor of crappy dude, whether it's a Warcry Warband or a Marauder unit. I chose to start Bone Reapers. I'm going to make them look more like Oni. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Like kind of like a. I don't want to insult heritage. I don't know what kind of theme that would be, but yes. Also tempted to get the Blades of Corn starter. In other news, I'm going to my first and last Kill Team tourney for the current edition. That's so funny. Yeah, we're going to talk about Kill Team because I'm very excited for it. Hobby here. I'm also starting up a Kill Team community YouTube. Hey, I'll tell you what I tell everybody. Get a couple videos in, get comfortable on a regular release schedule, reach out to me. I'd love to spotlight you. Neil E. Doug is a legend. Give him a battle tome and he will conquer the world. Oh no. The problem is that then the next battle tome comes out and I chase that like a dog chasing the mailman, and then I never actually get good at any battle tome. Oh man. Let's see. I just bought 4 Mantic Giants. I'm planning on heavily converting a Sons of Behemoth army. Was thinking of making a YouTube series about it. Go for it. Those little self-contained series, like you don't have to set your goal to become a full-time YouTuber just to make a video. If you have a cool idea, throw it out there. Just make sure you load up the keywords with stuff that people would actually search for, like, Mantic Giants, Sons of Behemoth, proxies, those kinds of things, so that people can actually find it. Because I know there's a lot of folks that are like, they want to do Sons of Behemoth because it is a very straightforward army with few models and that kind of stuff. But then they look at the dollar price of Mega Gargants and they're like, I'm not buying 3 of those. I'll buy 1 to support Games Workshop, and then I'll figure something else out for the others. Let's see. I've never been disappointed by my Chaos Chariot. Sounds like a fun mission, though. Yeah, I actually do like the Chariots quite a bit, if I can get them into combat. And because they're battle line, they can be reinforced twice. And seeing as how I don't have a lot of things that I want to reinforce, since Chaos Warriors now come in 10s base anyway, I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, I really don't. I like them quite a bit. Heroes End Gaming is my channel. There you go. Check it out. Kagras are so cool. Those gorgeous minis, great for converting into lords or chosen. Yes, absolutely. And I'm using... So right now I have 15 of the old style Chaos Warriors. Like, they're all like this for rank and file stuff. I have 5 of them just sitting around because now they're in units of 10. And so, what did I get? I got the Start Collecting box, so now I have 25 Chaos Warriors total. And then with between 2 boxes of Kagra's Ravagers that I got, that gives me, I should have just enough to fill up the ranks of that last one, right? Because if I use Kagra, the 2 chumps, and then the 2 chumps from the other box, that's 5. So sweet. I got my first game of 3.0 tomorrow. Super excited. When you play Thunder Lizard as Seraphon and Stegodon becomes battle line, time for a Monster Mash and Gur. That's a fantastic thing. I want to hear about it next week, Jacob, if you're available to pop into next week's WYR Reforging. Just, I mean, I'm not asking you to like stream or anything like that. You can just literally just type in the chat, "Had giant lizards was fun," and I would be like, yes. How is your Marvel Crisis Protocol coming along? Very slow, Adrian. I've kind of put it off to the side. I got a little overwhelmed with having too many projects, because at one point I was like, I had the Stormcast Eternals, I had my stuff from Conquest, I had the Spires and now some Dweghome, and I was putting away my Knights Excelsior while also pulling out my Slaves to Darkness, and then, I don't know, it was just a lot going on. I have everything I own except for Magneto painted. So there's that. But I'm waiting. My buddy Rob, who I played Warcry with yesterday, he is also super into Marvel Crisis Protocol. He's painting up his stuff. And so the big thing we're having with that is like terrain, because it's a very specific type of terrain and it needs to be able to be like measured and this kind of stuff. So we're thinking about that as we're building up our armies, so our collections, I should say. So yeah, but it's going good. I mean, I have them. I love them. I have no reason to get rid of them. One of the things I love about that game is I got like a little tiny army case for like $50 at a local store. Someone ordered it and then just never picked it up. But I think it's what's the name of the company? I can't think of the name of the case company, but my whole point is, I have all of my Marvel stuff just nicely, perfectly packaged and contained in this one nice little container. And so it's one of those things that I even look at it, I'm like, it doesn't even take up any room. Like, most of the reason that I sell stuff is because I want something else and I don't have room for both. Like, this takes up nothing. There's no way I'm going to sell those guys off. Get a bunch of die-cast cars for terrain. That could actually work. I was just thinking about that. I was looking... My local grocery store has cars that are about that right scale. Huh. I might do that. Okay. Wargamer Willie, True doesn't get any better. You're playing 2 of my armies currently. Doesn't happen often or for long, yes. But right now I'm in heaven. That's so funny. I'm not in a rush to get rid of the Stormcast stuff. I still like it, especially if I'm going to be playing, like, it'd be nice to have... I want them to come out with rules for the new Stormcast stuff in Warcry, because it would be really fun to have them as sort of like an opposing faction. But yeah. If you get the box game from Barnes & Noble, you get the Kargra and Thedra warbands. What? Hold up. Pause. Because I want that Thedra one, and I would take another Kargra's one to get it. Let's see. Barnes. Oh my god, it's Barnes & Noble. I'm looking this up right now. Games and collectibles. Ooh. Fun fact, let me go to the shared screen. Barnes & Nobles does not have Games Workshop listed as one of their retailers. Okay, let's go with exclusives? I think it would be an exclusive because they don't sell it anywhere else. Lord knows. No, these are all books. Warhammer Underworlds. Not seeing it, friend. They're just now doing the pre-orders for Dire Chasm. Hasn't that book been out for a while? Yeah, this is the old set. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm good. Besides, I already ordered a board and everything. It's all good. Let's see. Oh, it might not be released. That's right. I do remember this now. I don't know why it took a hot second to jog my brain here, but yes, I remember, because I remember they previewed that right when Kargra's Warband dropped, and so people bought it. And I remember now, thank you guys for reminding me. I remember now saying, what a dumb feeling to have just bought Kargra's Ravagers when you know that it's going to come out probably cheaper with another warband. Yeah, okay. Thank you guys. I was just like, I don't remember that, but it's true. It just never hasn't come out yet. But I would try to think of what I would use the Godsworn Hunt for, model-wise. I might as well use them in Underworlds, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna move into wargaming news here. Let's see. I wanted to throw this up top as far as what's going on with Conquest in my world. I love the game. Played recently with my buddy Aaron. Had a great time. We're trying to get a regular time nailed down here locally, but man, it's just our schedules just don't pan out super well for it, but that's okay. But we have a store who's ready to support us, so that's kind of nice. The reason I haven't done more content for it is just because they're in their own transition period right now, where they have been running first edition rules with a bunch of patches. And at the end of August, I believe, there's going to be the official 1.5 edition, which is just the cleaned up summation of all the things that need to be set for the next kind of wave of armies to come out. So once that drops, I'm going to be doing videos about, army construction, how to build a flavorful force, more reviews. Certainly Wadroon lore is coming out soon with their campaign book. So a lot of stuff on the horizon. Again, it's just sort of an odd waiting period, and I've actually reached out to them and told them that too. But I will have my hopefully have my Dweg home ready by the time that stuff starts dropping. So now, next article. Actually, I'm going to pause here. Does anybody want to chat about Conquest? I know that I probably have a few Conquest fans, hopefully, in the chat, but sorry, I just read this in the chat. The Dragon Ogre, yeah, he's fine cast and he's sad. He's a sad panda. Ragecore Kevin, planning on buying Norse because of you. Yeah, the Nords are awesome. Awesome. I love... It does fill me with a spiteful glee when I'm like, yes, my passion is infectious. Yes. Okay. Hey, Doug, greetings from Netherlands. Watching your stream for the first time. Aw, thank you, buddy. I'm glad you are. Welcome, welcome. Can't find a grip here to play. Yeah, that's the hardest part, honestly. I understand. I understand it's the hardest part. Take a quick sip of coffee. Okay. So, if you know me, you know that I am not super into the Meta Watch articles. Typically, these are Games Workshop's coverage of competitive events, that kind of stuff. You know, the idea of the Meta Watch is just seeing what the overall temperature of the game is, what, you know, how armies are leaning towards, that kind of stuff. However, this article is absolutely one of my favorites that Games Workshop has put out. And I mean that like in the general sense, okay? A beginner's guide to the tournament scene. I'm gonna make this very clear. It's not telling you, you know, power gamers beware or anything like that. It's not telling you how to smash face and have no friends and build the most broken list possible. Instead, they get two people who are very well known within the competitive community. What's our first guy? Oh, we have a Sean, who I don't... Did they introduce him? Sean Clark. And so the questions here, I think, are really important, okay? Because I looked at this and I was like, oh, Meta Watch, I don't care. But then the second I actually opened it up and started reading some of the questions, they're extremely insightful, okay? What advice would you give players looking to attend their first event? That is the best question ever. What sort of things do you like to consider when you're preparing? And then it's always the tournament pack. Everything. Right there. He wins with that answer. Let's see. Is there anything, you know, obviously besides getting your army ready, is there anything else you can do to make sure you have a successful experience? Repetitions. Then they move over to Russ. Try to, let's see. Do you have any final tips? Nope. I mean, he does have some, but I want you to read it yourself. Then for Russ, where do you start with a list for upcoming events? That's a huge question to ask. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even read his answer. This is a huge topic, which can be a barrier to many players. Yeah, he nailed it. I wanted to start by dispelling some myths and list building. Context is important. You don't always have to build the best list with the most powerful units. You probably aren't going to take the same list to a club that you would to a grand tournament. So yeah, he's just, they answer these questions so well for people who, I've seen it online a lot this last week where people have been talking about like, I'm nervous to go to my first event, or, you know, I'm not sure if I'll feel welcome, or whatever, you know, the social anxiety reason for it is. And part of that also is people who got into the hobby during quarantine. It's, guys, it was a year and a half, and they still got people into the hobby. So it's nuts, you know? But there's a whole group of people that love the game and want to get out there and play, but they're very nervous about what it means to attend a tournament. And so having people who are respected in that world, I guess, of the competitive scene come on and be like, this is how you have a good time, you know. Just put a lot of thought into it. He outlines the process of how he goes about list building, you know, and then has you focus on the important things like the mission packs and that kind of stuff. So I agree. They're using Soulblight Gravelords as an example, but it's certainly his tips I'm reading through here are applicable to just about any faction. But I like that they picked one to give like an example, so you can actually use stats and keywords and that kind of stuff to walk through your thinking process. But yeah, and then yeah, they give you an end. Here's your final list, 2,000 points on the nose. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out because to me, this is the kind of content that Games Workshop should be doing for the competitive scene. Like, I know that they are getting into running grand tournaments and all these kinds of things, but people locally who run weekend events are like the real heroes of the hobby by continuously getting people excited for games and drawing and drumming up support and having those conversations, getting new players into the game, making sure that they feel welcome with their local community. And so content like this supplements those people, right? Your boots on the ground, diehard supporters who are running events. This is the kind of stuff that like helps them. And so by making tournaments seem accessible, right? Not every, when you hear tournament, it's not every tournament's a grand tournament. You know, I went to ones where it's just like 4 dudes hanging out in the back of a game store that nobody wants to talk to. That's it. But it was a tournament. I don't know. I'm just saying. I thought this was a great article. Also, I can't remember the name of the animator who does these, but I just love these. Any of the cartoons, I'm just all about. I love he scratched out bigger skeletons. Okay. Now we're going to start talking about Kill Team. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I have not read these articles in depth. I was away from my computer the last few days, and so I was away, I wasn't watching Warhammer Community Site like a hawk. What we know is that Kill Team is getting a complete revamp. Shu from Rerolling Ones put it best as they're going full Warcry with Kill Team, which I am so excited for. My problem with the old version of Kill Team was there was a lot of negative modifiers and dice rolling for nothing to happen. Okay, so you can roll to hit, roll to wound, your opponent rolls his save, and if you do all of those things, now you have to see if he even gets injured, right? And then there's an injury roll for that. And if he doesn't die from that injury, now you have to do the whole thing all over again with somebody else shooting at him, but now you have to remember more modifiers, as being injured gives you negative modifiers to stuff. It just felt clunky and bulky. It's like they said, we have decided that this needs to be like Warhammer 40k in terms of actual mechanics, and like with the hit and to wound and that kind of stuff, but without being willing to like explore new avenues and that kind of stuff. I'm not saying Warcry is the perfect game, you know. Why do we even make more games after Warcry? I kind of feel that way sometimes, but you know, in general, I understand that people like different things. But I just didn't feel like it worked for the skirmish size. Between the distance negative modifiers and all these kinds of things, I just felt like I was just fishing for 6s most of the game. And then when I would play orcs against my buddy Ben back in Washington, hey Ben, if you're still watching, what's up, buddy? How you been? When I was playing my orcs against him, I would start off with this big mob of dudes, but because of the way bravery worked or whatever the equivalent word for bravery is, basically my kill team would start as being really powerful, and then by turn 2 or 3, it would break. And so then you would have your lieutenant activate, give himself the action to be able to do stuff even if his squad is broken. So now you went from this huge wad of boys to one lieutenant who can do things, because everybody else is scattered and broken and a mess. So it was no fun. I had fun because I was hanging out with my friend Ben, but I didn't have fun like with the game. So I think that was ultimately where I landed on that one. But let's talk about what it's becoming. We have Kill Team Octarius. Oh wait, yeah, negative modifiers and lots of hitting on 4+. Jervis Johnson said that was the reason they went with Warcry rule set instead of the AOS skirmish. Yeah, man. Turns out nobody likes rolling 4s all day, especially when you have so many negative modifiers in there. Rage Core Kevin, I moved 3 circles. Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay. Also, can we talk about the cinematic trailer they did for Kill Team? I honestly thought it was a preview for a Warhammer Plus show, not a game. Excuse me. Okay. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm looking for actual like crunch. Here we go. So we have weapons. Okay. Power weapon. Attack four dice. Ballistic skill and weapon skill have been merged into one stat. I like that. I like that because actually, even though they draw from the same number, you can still have rules that will negatively impact one or the other, and it will just be a modifier depending on what you're using it. And I like that. That's actually a very clever thing that Warcry doesn't have. Like, there are guys who can hook spears 12 inches or whatever. But yeah, I never even thought about that. That's a fantastic way to do that. So damage, if you're not familiar with how Warcry stuff works, and now apparently Kill Team, basically, this guy's going to roll 4 dice. For every 4 up, 3 or higher, so 3 up, he's going to do 4 damage with that weapon. There's no save rolls, nothing like that. If you roll a 6, then you get to use the crit number, which is over here to the right. So if you roll your 4 dice, you might have a miss because it was below 3, 2 hits, meaning 4 damage each, and a crit, meaning 6, which at that point you would be doing, 14 damage on a power weapon? That makes sense. I think that's fair. Now to complement this, thank you for the bless you. To complement this, though, individual models have a way larger wound pool. Like, the basic chump from Warcry has 8 wounds, which doesn't sound like much. And when this guy's swinging, he has a power weapon. But for your average guy, we'll get to this down here, it'll take 2 to 3 probably good blows to bring a dude down. My understanding... So special rules, lethal on a 5-up. We need the full context of the game for some of these, but... It looks like they are going to have weapon modifiers and that kind of stuff. So I'm very excited to see what this next evolution of the Warcry concept is and how it's brought to 40k, because this seems already, frankly, much more interesting. The bayonet, this is a basic weapon, and this is much more, I'm going to say, reminiscent of a profile you might see in Warcry. 3 attacks, hits on 4s. What's interesting is that in Warcry, they do actually have strength and toughness. So that is really quite interesting that in a 40k variant, they went back and were like, no, we don't believe in strength and toughness. But yeah, on a normal hit, it would do 2 damage. On a crit, it's only 3. So again, that would be your average guy probably punching into a wall or something. So very cool. We also have the thing that has blown up the internet, because this is one of the first things I heard about with the new Warcry, and that is movement. Okay, so instead of specifically using like specific inches in measurements, they've decided to go with different symbols. Okay, so in this case, it's O, right? Circle. So you would move a circle that way. Now, the reason that I think they're doing this is I like to think that they are having more and more success with foreign markets, and that this makes it easier so you can have one set of cards that just has symbols and numbers, assuming, they use traditional numerology and that kind of stuff, but numbers, a standard set of numbers. But it helps kind of make it easier. Just like how Warcry has all the different icons and symbols. Well, they fumbled that by making them all look too similar. But this is a nice one where it's like, we can tweak what the distance is and that kind of stuff, because now it's divorced from what's on the page, and now it's just a symbol. So I think that's kind of the idea. I hope that's true, because, the whole crux of my argument there is that it's more successful overseas, where they don't use English, or possibly I don't know. It depends. Maybe their measuring system's harder to get a hold of measuring tapes. I don't know. Michael the Barbarian. Doug, mail me my Deathwatch Codex. It will be in the mail today, my friend. I'm doing a big mail trip this afternoon. I was waiting for one last thing to finish up before I did a big bulk purchasing of shipping labels. And thank you so much, Michael, for your support. It really does mean the world to me. So, anyway, I just wanted to touch on the movement stuff. We got new data cards. Okay, let's see. Here is what I am looking for. Wounds, there we go, 7. I mean, doesn't everyone except the US just use metric? I mean, you're right, but also Games Workshop uses inches and stuff. I don't know. I don't get it. If someone told me like, hey, we're switching to metric because that's what they use in Nottingham, I'd be like, cool. Let's see. So movement, he can move 3 circles. I'm curious as to if he can do like move, what that would look like. You know, APL. I'm not sure what APL is. But yeah, I mean, this looks like a pretty standard profile. Oh, okay. So they don't have strength and toughness like Warcry do. However, they do have saves, which is a super interesting switch. Because in Warcry there are no saves. You just take the damage on the chin and that's what you get. But yeah, I don't know. So that's cool. I like the switch. It makes them distinct. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down here, and there's our, I guess, translation sheet. So if that guy can move 3 circles, 6 inches, but then why wouldn't he just have this? I don't know. I'm not mad. I'm just kind of confused. I'm sure once I see the full rules, it'll make a lot more sense. Each time this operative would lose a wound, roll a d6 on a 5 up. That wound is not lost. I like it. I wonder if they're still going to have, let's see. There's a keyword section at the bottom of the card. Familiar players of Warhammer 40k. Next to that is an array of 4 symbols representing the specialisms your operatives can adopt during a narrative play campaign. Perfect. As you build a kill team of storied heroes, we'll be taking a much better look at narrative play in a future article. Okay, that's what I'm excited for. Show me how these guys can change and grow and evolve, and I am all for it. And is there anything interesting on this last one? I didn't realize they're doing range for these things as well, but that's cool. They got no shortage of pictures from that set that they made. Let's see. Torrent. Oh, yes. Give me the torrent. I want flamer weapons to feel like flamer weapons again. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're just going over some of the different weapon options here. What I find interesting is I don't see much in the way of ranges on these things. Like, this one has a range, but the other ones, can they just fire across the table? That'd be cool. Okay, well that's all that I had for news. I see there's quite a conversation going on about Arabic number systems in the chat. I'll let you guys have that because I know exactly where the limits of my intelligence are. So anyway, what's torrent? So Sushi, like, it used to be in Warhammer stuff. I'm not sure how long you've been playing. I'm just going to say this for everyone who may not know. You used to put a template down. It was like a teardropped template. And you would lay that over your model with a flamethrower, and anything under the template would just get doused in flame. And so Torrent was also, I believe, a way to have that like pierce armor or something. I'm trying to remember how many editions ago. They reused words in different ways because Games Workshop. Oh boy, what did I start? Don't worry about it. But essentially, I just want ways to show that a flamethrower is not like a gun where it's like one person attacks another person, here's your attack profile, but instead it has an area of effect. I want gouts of flame to affect multiple people and that kind of stuff, to punish your opponent for grouping up and that kind of thing. So my assumption based on what I saw from that data card is it has a range, so that would be range to your first topic, and then torrent within the 2-inch circle probably means you take your 2-inch, your circle measuring tool, and then you want to round that model. I'd imagine would be affected by the fire as well. That's my cursory glance. Of course, I don't have the rules. I don't know, but just by reading it, if they're, hopefully that's it, because that would be very intuitive. I just kind of came up with it, but that's all there is to it. So at this point, normally I would switch into a main topic, but you know, I promised my good boy Mole Miner that I would play some Vermintide. I actually have one more thing I want to show y'all. I found a new YouTube channel that I have fallen in love with. Okay, I believe it's pronounced Lila Mev, the Mini Witch, a painting tutorial YouTuber, and she does incredible work. Specifically the video that I found her through that I really, really like. She has a whole bunch of stuff, by the way, like if there's a type of content you're looking for. But this, it is Painting Like the Masters, Baroque era painting. So if you are a fan of like the John Blanche style where it's very dark and grim, she has a degree of some kind. I didn't catch what the specific one was, but it's an actual art degree. And so in this video, it's only 11 minutes long. She walks you through the concepts behind what makes an art style, and she's being pushed a lot by YouTube. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, because in 11 minutes, not only does she walk you through what this art style is, like she puts up a picture and details like these are the things that make it a Baroque era painting and make it unique. And then she has a few examples here. This is another great one. And she's just picking out how the colors work and all that stuff. And then she paints a dude with that same style. Okay. Now, again, she'll mix it around using an airbrush. But what I like about this is it's not about follow these steps to get this result. Instead, it's teaching the concepts of the colors and the style and how to make it look a certain way, which you can then apply to any model, right? So I like that over saying, this is how you paint, I don't know, Lamenters for 40K, right? Where it's like a very specific thing and a scheme. This is conceptual, and she explains the different art styles very well. What's her name again? If you look it up, it's Lila, Lyla space MEV, Lila Mev. Or if you type in the Mini Witch, it should pop up. She also has a cat in her videos. It's a thumbs up for me. Absolutely. Boom. Thumbs up. Loved it. So anyway, I like that kind of stuff. I don't often binge on painting tutorials, but stuff like realistic zombie flesh. This one, she grows crystals on her minis. Yeah, and it's everything from, basic painting tips of like what kind of brushes you would want to have, that kind of stuff, to different materials you use, how to paint fur, all those kinds of things. The art style ones for me are really, they're the older videos she has, and they're my absolute favorite. So yeah, Painting Like the Masters, Gustav Klimt's Golden Phase. What's the artwork we're studying? Oh yeah. Yeah. I get it. Yep. Art, not art. I love it. Okay. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to talk about was just that channel that I found. Cat's Guide to Painting. All right, so let me get this out of the way. We're going to pull up some Vermintide. Let's do it. Nope, that is definitely more time. I almost opened up. I swear, at a certain point, all the different symbols for Games Workshop games kind of blend together on my screen. Okay, we're going to hit play. Shotgun some wonderful iced coffee that my lovely wife made for me. And get this going. Okay, Cat's Guide to Painting. Wait for it. Come on. There we go. I'll go ahead and adjust the volume now that we have some actual stuff happening on the screen. But anyway, so at this point, we're just chilling and chatting. So if you guys have a topic that you want to talk about, go ahead and throw it in the chat. We're gonna be chatting while I think I just said chat like 9 times in a small space. I apologize. There we go. Did your area's lockdown level go up or down lately? Here we go. Let's see. For us, it's been going steadily less and less locked down. We can start doing events again. I know in Des Moines, I believe. So in Iowa, I think it's more county by county. And actually, I want to change. Cool. Nah, this guy's my favorite. Quick play. Drop me in. But I think in Iowa it's much more of a county by county. Last weekend I was visiting the Games Workshop store. We only have one. It's in Des Moines, Iowa. And I had a wonderful time hanging out with the store manager there. I think I was there for like an hour and a half or so. We're just shooting the breeze. I got to meet their team who's into Underworlds and that kind of stuff. Come on. Just gotta back up like 4 inches. There we go. So apparently, up until very, very recently, they couldn't do much in the store. He still had like the pathway through the store kind of marked out, so you can kind of go in one direction, have a set path, walk your way out, kind of a thing. So they just finished up that, and then now they've just unlocked it to where some small stuff can start happening back in the store. So it's exciting, you know. Ooh. I love that Garden of Moor. I literally just pointed at my screen thinking that you guys could see it. I'm a dingus. I love the Garden of Moor gate. Charlie Lindmark, hey. We're just hanging out playing some video games. No, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't play a ton. Video games, exactly. Ah, they won't let you shoot the bird. That's okay. Boom. My country opened up a month ago, and now they have spiked because of the Delta variant. Yeah, I don't know what Iowa's looking at for numbers, to be perfectly honest with you. I know there was a point in time in which we were doing exceptionally well, and I think that has diminished a bit. Ah, crud. Yeah, I couldn't get him. Oh, God. Yeah, they lined right up behind me. I like them too if you blow up like myself. Ooh. Come on, acknowledge me. Aha. Okay, that's because people let their guard down with those variants. Those guys seem like 2+ tough. Well, you know, it's honestly just some people just have a capacity for how much they can possibly care, you know, about COVID and that kind of stuff, and it's a shame, but ooh. Let's see. Ooh, I hear him. Is that my partner in crime out there got the wizard out there by themselves? Oh, I hear the assassin. Well, could have seen that happen. Always got to do the buddy system in this game. Oh man, I missed the new orc discussion. We didn't discuss actually specifically the orcs too much. I was just talking about the war cryification of the new kill team, which I'm very excited for, to be honest with you. I would love to see that game get a new, I don't know, life in it. The first one, like, it had everything going for it except for the actual gameplay. The way they rolled out, like, supports and uh-oh. Yeah, the way they rolled out like supplements and that kind of stuff when they first started to have like all these cool terrain features, and oh man, it was the best. I rock with Sigma. New box kit looks great. Probably gonna get me into kill team. Yeah, I mean, I have some Tyranids, but if the gameplay is fun enough, I would absolutely go jump into some other, you know, if it's just like getting a matter of a few models here and there. Oh yeah. I'm just that kind of idiot. Oop. Let's see if we can circle him. Oh, she already got him. Cool. Hey! Okay, she grabbed it. Cool. I was gonna grab that and bring it over to my partner here. Does someone know what is that insult? Mayflies. Does anyone know why that's supposed to be insulting? Oh. Because she said it like 4 times now. Now that was probably a bad move. Mayflies means you're a short-lived meme. Blightstormer. Mayflies only live for a day. Okay. I did not know that. Where are mayflies from? I know this is between discussing the metric system and mayfly life cycles. I'm sure this is not what you guys signed up for, but hey, here we are. Oh, there we go. Booyah! Headshot! Were they just standing there watching me do that? That makes me feel real good. They were just like, look at this nerd. He's loving these headshots. Always down to learn something. That's the way to approach life. I promised myself I would never become a channel that's like, hey guys, sign up for Skillshare at this thing. You know, like where it's just a meme of every YouTuber tries to sell Skillshare stuff. But I signed up for it myself, and I'm like, oh my god, this is actually amazing, because I've been learning about the weirdest, dumbest stuff, and I absolutely love it. Where I'm just like, you ever just been like laying in bed at like 2 in the morning, and you're like, you know what? I want to know more about, I don't know, something stupid like medieval warfare. You're like, what? Why do I want to learn about this now? It's like, well, you know what? Boom. Oh, is there more coming down? No? Okay. I don't know where our, yeah, pain train. That's why I love this guy. Oh, man. That was a cool attack that he did. Are you gonna get? So wait, hold on. Gonna give any of the new content a try, either paid or free, like Chaos Wastes. Can you tell me what you mean? I'm sorry, I'm not super into the news for all these games. So like, is there an expansion here that I don't have? But yes, I'd love to play anything. Total War Warhammer is probably the hardest sell to get me to play right now, just because of how bad I am at it. There's just some things in life where you're just like, man, I am just not great at this. Okay, I got that. Let's see. Hey, Doug, what's your favorite Skaven clan? Ooh. I'm going to have to go with Molder. I love, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Cronenberg body horror type stuff. And they just embody that to the T. It's so gnarly. Okay. I was like, man, is there really nobody trying to come up here? Where is he? Wasn't there a... Yeah, there he is. Oh god, there's a fire rat too. So yeah, I'd have to say the clan Molder. I like the Hell Pit Abomination. I don't know if I'd want multiple models of it. Like if I was going to do a clan Molder army, I would definitely have one because I do like the actual sculpt, but I think it loses some of its luster when there's like 6 of them on the table or whatever. You know, anytime there's like those big centerpiece monsters and there's multiples, I'm like, eh. Let's see. Now I love that she calls us mayflies. That actually makes me happy now that I've learned that. Yes, go talk to Lorner for the paid stuff and the big door for the DLC. Interesting. I have no idea. Hey Doug, is the Skirmish Conquest game any fun? Anything you think separates it from other skirmish games out right now? First of all, I've played like maybe 2 games of it. It functions very similarly to the actual full game. So if you play one, you kind of know how the other one works. The only thing that's different is unit coherency, just because you're not on square bases. You're not on the rank and flank bases. You have round bases on top of those. So to answer your question, do I like it? I do, because I like Conquest. What it offers differently, I would probably say the same things that I think that normal Conquest offers that's different, which is unit economy, like... how do I want to word that? I like that it's a mix of... There's always a struggle between your buffs that you have to get out. So you have to activate heroes first to get the buffs out. But then also, you know, targets of opportunity. So if you don't know, in Conquest, you decide the order activation of your units before the round starts. So imagine in AOS if you had to like choose all the different units that would go in sequence. You could not change it unless there's some special rules, which there are in Conquest, of course. But all of those things. So it adds a lot of tactical depth to be... Oh, I hear him. Oh, there's a lot of these guys. So it adds a lot of depth because all of your decision making, one thing that I like about it is all the decision making I feel like is very upfront at the start of the round. So you got to think about, you know, the order you want things to be activating, how to get your synergies and buffs, what combats are the most pressing. But then once you set that turn order, you know, the order that everything's going to activate in, honestly, I kind of like it because then my brain gets to just relax a little bit. It's a great game to fight analysis paralysis because once you set that deck, you are locked in, right? And then it's just a matter of when you flip that particular card, what can I do now that I've activated this unit, kind of a thing. And I like that quite a bit. It actually added a lot of tactical depth because at that point you're saying like, okay, maybe I derped up by having this card out of order, right? But now that I have to activate him, what's the best thing I can do with him? And I like that kind of thing. Reach the Citadel. Where's the spawn? Oh, there he is. How do I get to the spawn? I would like to kill the spawn. Oh, God. Dang it. I don't know how to get over there. Give me 1 second. Please don't tell me my whole team's dead because I wasn't there. Dang it. I don't know. Did I jump down one of those places where, like, all of a sudden my teammates can't get back to me or something? Yeah, because my guy's yelling over here. I must have jumped over something. Oh, hey.
Don't like the look of that. Let's follow it through.
Good Lord.
Bit of a dead end, I'd say.
Oh my God. This is miserable. Nope, that's where I came in.
Freedom, right, Stormer. We get all the filthy jobs, don't we? I hear a clover deer.
Oh my goodness.
Blind blobber coming in.
Okay, my goodness, there's one of them. Sweet Moses.
I was getting closer.
Is he on this side? I'm looking for the Globadeer right now. No? Okay. I feel like I'm playing like a walking simulator. Did you ever wonder what it would be like if you were a free guild soldier walking amongst the dead? It's like, no. No, I never did. Well, you're gonna. What would it be like if you missed the entire battle? Okay, let's go. Let's go not be useless with our friends. Oh God, I'm in a fart tornado. This is what I get for showing up to help my friends. Okay. I love the charge ability. Okay, sorry about that. Whew. Do you have a favorite? Okay. I'm sorry, I missed a whole bunch of questions. If I missed your question because I got lost in that maze for a bit, apologies. Go ahead and ask it again. That was very frustrating that they wouldn't wait for me just for a moment. I'd love if we got more Molder stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that the modeling with the detail in terms of stitch skin and that kind of stuff, I think is definitely there to be very entertaining and very cool. I feel you, Doug. I hate it when my teammate. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite 40k orc clan? Favorite 40k orc clan. I tend to like, and I'm okay. I can't remember their name, which is not a good start for telling you why they're my favorite. But I think it's the Blood Tooths, where they're the very lucky ones. And sometimes luck just means the guy next to you had a really cool gun and you killed him and you took the gun for yourself. Hey, but I still got the most melee kills, even though I was gone for like 8 minutes. Death Skulls, maybe that's it. Yes, I think that you are correct with the Death Skulls. What did I say? Blood Teeth? I might be thinking of a... I get the... Oh, wait, what? The blue ones, yes. Have you ever considered playing Total War Warhammer 2? It's a really good game. I am terrible at it, Brandon. I'm going to be super honest with you. I mentioned it before. Oh. Blood Thief should be a clan. Purple is sneaky. I did know that. Five-year-old Sim when you and your parents didn't pay attention at the mall. Exactly. See, I never had an interest in the old world until I started playing this game, because just being able to run through the city... Righteousness. We need Skaven lesser demons. Oh, I would be so into that. Honestly, if they were... I'd be totally happy if they were almost like Furies. Like the Chaos Furies, where they're a demon undivided, but give them little rat guys with wings. I think that could be fun. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I'm on fire this round. Of course I feel really powerful. I'm just playing with 3 bots. All good. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. You know, that's the thing is, the faction I would really want to play would be Warriors of Chaos, and I've been told that they are very specific in their playstyle. I haven't actually tried them. It's one of those things, like, I already knew that I was kind of iffy on the game, and so I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy that expansion. So I was looking up opinions online, and as much as I generally don't trust opinions online, it was good to see a general consensus of, like, yeah, you know, these guys are not for new players. And I'm like, well, I'm worse than a new player, so probably shouldn't jump down there. Let's see. I'd like if they expanded the arsonist aspect of Chaos Works. Oh, of Orcs, yeah. Ooh, got him. Warriors aren't in an amazing spot. That said, Beastmen, who were in the worst spot, just got a DLC and free update. Now they're one of the funnest factions. Ooh, I will try that. Brandon, that was a sales pitch. I won't do it right now just because I want to get my feet underneath me with that game a little bit before I start streaming it. Just so I'm not like constantly pausing to be like, controls, how does this work? But ooh, he went up fast. Okay. Probably shouldn't jump down there. Well, you never know if you don't go. Exactly. It's nice to see devs updating factions instead of just leaving them dead. Yeah, absolutely. And I've gotten the sense from Total War, I mean, from the coverage of it that I watch, which is mostly just Lore Master of Sotek and maybe like 2 other channels or so, that it's much more supported by their development team than a lot of other games. Like, it's much more of a living game. Which, I mean, I don't know how or why their studio took on that task of, let's get all the wargaming nerds and Warhammer nerds. They're never irrationally upset when things don't work like they should in the books. They're kind and decent folk. Well, that one's true. They are kind and decent folk, but you know what I mean. I'm more saying if you're going to have a game system that you want to keep living, that's a rough IP. Erg. Get him. That's right. Just like that, each orc unit has an element that can tie itself to a major clan. Vehicles, evil sons, pseudotesticles. Yeah. Yeah. Brandon Tripp, since I sent the sales pitch, I might as well send the money for the DLC. Oh, buddy, thank you so much. I promise you I will. If nothing else, just because you did that, I will absolutely give it a whirl, and we'll do a stream with it for the Beastmen specifically, because that's the one that actually interests me. Like, you know, as we were talking, like, you're correct, is that they pretty much are the next best thing to Chaos Warriors.
It is the heart and soul of the world. Its suffering is ours also. Or perhaps no mixed
Wargamers are the most respectful and peaceful people. If anyone says otherwise, I will riot. They're a thick boy? Then Doug tries to milk a Centigore. Well, you know. Mistakes are made. I don't know if you'd want to milk a Centigore, because in their lore, they're like drunk all the time. So, and honestly, for that reason alone, they are truly one of my favorite lore entries in any army ever. If you guys haven't read it, yeah, the Centigores are perpetually just absolutely smashed. $2 from Mole Miner. You're not going to check out the new stuff. Can you explain what you mean? Like, first of all, for which game system? Excuse me. Oh my god, this is like driving and sneezing. Where you're like, I'm gonna die. It's kind of worth it. I need to sneeze. Nice. That was a nest bomb. Uh-oh. Oh, what new stuff is there? Like I said, I mean, I just hit jump into a quick play game, but what stuff is there? Because I have, I think it's the Chaos Waste things where they add Beastmen. Is that what you're referring to? I think I have that. Bless you. Thank you guys. Because, weird. That was a satisfying explosion, right in the dead center of those turds. Oh, hey, there's a health potion. I kind of want that. Oh, cool, we got a player. Oi, oi. Ew.
Tell me, Kruber, do you even know how these electric
Oh, I honestly, there's a stairway right there. I thought for sure I could just hop right up. Like jump into the water and then just walk right up the stairs that were right there. Apparently, my buddy thought the same thing. Oh, that didn't go off as planned. That was not nearly as satisfying of an explosion. I guess I got some of them. I thought I was going to huck it across the bridge. That right when they were going across, they could. Oh no, fart cloud!
lost beyond words? What a Dracula's name is in this bottle?
Yeah, fart cloud, you're on, guys. Oh god. Yeah, am I crazy? I thought this is the way I was supposed to go. That's what he was confused by. He went down all the way down there. Okay. I was like, yeah, I saw him chat like what WTF, and I was like, yeah, I don't know either. I think this is the way. Nope, definitely not. Okay, let's figure this out here. One sec. Aha! Guys, life's easy. You just gotta be smarter than a bridge. There we go. Shove him off the bridge. The river dries up after you destroy the chaos objective. Interesting. Oh, thick boy. Okay. No, the big door and the shopkeeper guy, both in the keep. Oh, I will check it out. Oh, who got... Oh, no. Wait a minute. Victor Saltspire. That was a... Was that a real player who just, like, logged out? He was just like, this is sucks, and then went out. Oh, man. Oh, God, they're coming from behind us, too. Warhammer characters can't swim. Yeah, no joke. What was the name? Okay, so someone can help me who knows so much more about Warhammer Fantasy Battles than me. The first book I ever read that was Warhammer Fantasy was actually the omnibus for the Sundering series. And like the second or third book in that series, it has... I think it's Aelith Anar. He goes like running naked with wolves. It was the strangest frickin' thing. And I don't know, does anybody know what I'm talking about when I say that? I know it sounds very weird, but... Oh, hey, random door.
Oh, I think it's the trees that don't smell that bad.
Thought I heard something back there. Okay. Trip to the moon. Okay, we got some people coming in. Yeah, always got to be watching out for that taint of chaos. Okay. Oh, okay. That's one of our boys. But, Mole Miner, I will try some of that newer stuff the second I get out of here. I might need you to tell me what you want me to do specifically, but absolutely.
Ah, of course not. The weave transcends the divine. Your Sigmar serves it.
Uh-oh. Don't want to be saying that to an Inquisitor. Sigmar bows to the weave. Yes, this is the kind of stuff that I am here for. Just blazing trails of dead rats. Yeah, Doug, you should get books so you can get better weapons. Is that how that works? Is that how you get weapons in this game? I don't know anything about these games. I don't know how to stress that enough. I need to learn more. How about that? I think I should do that. I think I should take a day and just sit and like study how to play these kinds of games, because I need to learn. Yeah, like that. Like for books to gather grimoires. Okay. Like I had no idea about that. But I need to like learn that. I need to learn how to play Total War. It's an odd to-do list. The books help you obtain better weapons. Okay. I need to find me some of them. Hoi. Trying to make sure I don't ditch my friends like the last group ditched me. Oh, I remember this fight. Yeah, the thick boy surrounded by plot armor. Oh. I don't know. This guy was glitching. Do it. Uh-oh. Oh, is this when he has a fart cloud? I hate the flies. Okay. Fart clones. I've been there. We've all had that Taco Bell night. Exactly. Yeah. When you're chin deep into your third Baja Blast after eating your chalupa, we've all created some demons of our own. Oh, I didn't think you could hurt him when he was up there. No. Total War is great. Can't wait for the demons. That's rad. I'm super. I know so many people like it, but I feel like if I did it as a live stream right now without learning more about how to do it well or whatever, it would just be a 2-hour long stream of me going, "What the frick?" Which I know some people would love to see, but on the whole, it's not so much my jam. Good. Escape through the Bridge of Shadows. Okay, I have a question. Is the Bridge of Shadows a canonical thing that exists in fantasy battles before this game? Oh.
Does Helmgard's corruption really matter to you, William? Just one mayfly town, after all.
Every moment the blighted guardian has purchased on our world is a moment in which the weak trembles.
Then why does this weave of yours not defend itself?
Get down, Vienna. What quicker can you do?
I'm just gonna chill there. I just burp in my bag, clear a room. Oh man. Okay, let's check out some of this fancy new stuff that Mole Miner was talking about. Ooh. Skyrim has forever ruined me when it comes to level up. It doesn't matter what kind of game I'm playing. If anytime I level up, I go rah, look like him, like they do in Skyrim. It's the only sound that plays in my head. There we go. Let's see what we got for new stuff. Yeah, I'm going to leave that party. And we're just going to figure out what we want to do here. Okay. All right, so Mole Miner, what am I looking for? It says no, the big door and the shopkeeper guy, both in the keep. Not even the Legend of Zale. Oh yeah, no, no, not my jam. Emporium of Wonders. That's cool. So we're with new careers. These are just different types of... Okay. Sister of the Thorn. Forgotten Relics is a weapon and cosmetic pack. Bridge of Shadows was an old gray magic spell back in fantasy battles. Interesting. Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, so here's the games I have. Winds of Magic is the last upgrade that I have. I'm still waiting to hear back from Mole Miner. I'm not sure what he was talking about when he said new stuff. Big door. Oh, that's terrifying. Enter the Chaos Wastes. Hmm. Okay. Okay, shopping thing. So it's just like a new lobby. Embark upon a random expedition, earning bonus reward upon completion. This is the quickest way to find a party. Tell you what, we'll do veteran. I like veteran. Oh.
The chaos wastes are ever changing.
Ooh.
So is your path.
Okay.
Started, a pilgrimage must be seen through to the end.
Hmm.
Sites marked with a halo are cursed by the chaos gods. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Okay. So what is this? Yeah, that's what I say. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I like this idea. This is fun. No, I had no idea that Bridge of Shadows was a spell. So what is it? I'm trying to understand what it's supposed to represent here. Like, are these pillars all around the old world just like attuned to Bridge of Shadows? I don't know. I assume this is what Mole Miner wanted me to do, because it looks freaking cool. Grab yourself a bomb.
Walks distant lands. Make the most of it.
What? Pillars just focus the magic for the spell, otherwise you might warp yourself into a rock. Uh-oh. That's right. You'd spend all day beating up on my shields. I do not care. Spawn, go down. I think we got the die. Yeah, we did. The loot die. In fantasy battles, you could use Bridge of Shadows to transport units. Was there a lot of transportation in fantasy battles? I feel like because of the like rank and flank nature, you wouldn't see as many of it. Ooh. I don't know what I'm picking up. Did I just do a dick thing by taking all the coin or whatever that was there? I don't know anything about what it is. I'll leave that for them. Okay. Boy. Man. I love gore in this game. Like, again, with, like, same thing with Spawn, where it's just, like, I feel like they are so much cooler here than they were in... Oh, God. Oh, I don't know what I'm picking up. I love that quote. Yes. If you've ever wondered, what's the sound of someone trying to be helpful but kind of failing? That's typically most of my dialogue. If I was an NPC, that's who I would be. Uh-oh. Oh, they walked past it. All right. No, that guy just got smacked hard. Teleportation wasn't common. Okay, cool. I'll be honest, All Miner, I would have never looked for the Chaos Waste stuff without you, but this is so much fun. I like the idea of like the random boons and we're all looking around for special things. That's a super fun idea. Way more than just like the, you know, run forward straight to the end thing. Need to find more of those little things where you get a random boon. Now I have a question. The Pilgrim's coins, or whatever the heck I'm picking up, do they persist game to game? Like... Ho ho ho! What are you? Defeat the Guardian to claim the chest's content. My team, you guys gonna punch this thing at all, or just me? That's okay. Ooh, okay. Trials complete. Choose one boon. Killing a special. Increase effectiveness. Don't really want to stand and read for too long. Oh crap, did I just melee B-slap a assassin? Let's see. Needs more chaos spawn. No Taco Bells or any Latin American food here in Scotland. Oh, that's right. You are in Scotland. I forgot about that. What a bummer. Do you guys feel as though you've missed an opportunity to think outside the bun, which is the tagline of Taco Bell here in the States? Okay, what else we got? We have many things made out of organ meat. Well, see, you're missing the real crux of why Taco Bell is so good is that it's not really meat. It's like meat with like it's like meat product and it has quotations on it. It's technically an amalgamation of proteins. So it's meat-ish. One of my favorite podcasts is the 40K Badcast. If you guys have not listened to that, it's only sort of about 40K. It's more of a comedy / hobbyist cast. Where is this guy, and why do I keep clipping into him? Ooh, look at that.
I am lost beyond words.
Okay. Meat mixed with soy. I don't know. I still want that word meat to be in quotations.
Which of the dark gods is most abhorrent?
After everything we've been through with the rock bloods, it's got to be nerve. Fat bastard.
This very conversation invites damnation.
I was hoping I could knock him off the map. Oh man, I am racking up this stuff. Give me some of them sweet, sweet booms. Oh. Oh wait, ain't able to use. It says while a player is joining. I don't know what that means. Oh, hey. You're a cool looking one. I think that's a globe. Not actually. Here, just the stuff you and I checking out. Okay.
Help yourself to ammunition.
See, that, what I just did, I don't know if you guys missed it. That was peak Doug, where guy busts out a Gatling gun and I just run headlong into it and be like, maybe if I hit him with my sword, I can stop the gun. Oh, we're jumping everywhere.
Dead or fortunate is the living I pity.
Are we missing somebody? No, okay. Ooh, 30% block cost reduction. That's perfect for my guy. Blocking is half of what he's designed to do. I love it.
There are shrines along the path. Gather pilgrims' coins to gain miracles.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm basically just doing what everybody else does because I don't know anything about this system. What do people who look like they know what they're doing do? Sold.
Did you gather any pilgrims' coins? Offer
Many.
them now and receive a boon. Or are you feeling generous enough to buy a miracle for your whole party? Spend your coins wisely and hope your fellow pilgrims do the same.
Let's see. Gain 100 power and rapid health regeneration for 10 seconds. Now, when all your people are down, pushing an enemy makes you do short charge forwards. I like that. Throwing a bomb throws one additional bomb. Picking up ammunition increases your range penetration by 2. The next level. I'll do that for everybody. And I assume that these are for everyone, right? Boom. Ready. I think we got someone who's lollygagging. There we go. It's like Bonefish's lobster pizza. The asterisk said, no lobster on the pizza. Oh, man. Roaming enemies. Plus 10% attack speed. Now, here's the thing. With the Dreaded Chaos Waste, do I have to finish the entire pilgrimage in one sitting, or can I come back to it? Like, is that kind of like the gauntlet I'm trying to run? Oh, yeah, Mole Miner. If you just hit refresh on the page, it'll bring you up to current time. See you later, you. Not gonna lie, blunderbuss is not my favorite weapon.
There is no aid in this land, save that which you take from the dead.
What are we playing? This is Vermintide 2, specifically doing some Chaos Wastes goodness. Okay, it's one sitting. Okay. Yes. Oh, even stronger one. I love it. How much of a Slaves to Darkness player are you, Doug? Any single time there's a chance where I can get a random boon, I'm like, I'm there. Sign me up. But it has a chance to give you like a third arm that hurts you every 5 seconds. You're like, I don't care. I want it. Oh my god. You ever hit an enemy in games like these in a way that makes you cringe? Like that little Gore was Ungor, I should say, was trying to hop up, and this mace definitely went straight into his nutsack, or I guess wherever Mr. Thomas's nutsack would be. I don't really know, but now. Oh, I like that ability. Oh. It's pooping stuff. Okay. I thought it was like a purple sun for a hot second, and I was just like, huh. I feel bad about that. That guy turned around to grab those. You do a expedition, a few missions per session. Okay. I work for Red Lobster, so we had a similar pizza called a shrimp and lobster where we used langostino and claw meat. Okay. Yeah, I want to get a different gun. I don't really know what this one is. Oh, it's like a... Oh, Red Lobster went out of business, and now the building is used as a Chinese restaurant. They kept most of the decor. I love it. Well, so I was in... when I was up in Seattle... Uh-oh. What are they doing? Where is he? Oh. Okay, I'll let them get all the coins.
It's only a start, mate. More yet.
I like this whole, like, mini charge forward thing when you block.
The dead stay dead.
I'm gonna feel real dumb if I step on this rock and I, like, fall off the earth. Okay. You do a few expeditions, a few missions per session. Okay.
That's good.
Okay, so I gotta throw explosive barrels there.
Hurry now.
Pick up the barrel. Okay. I'm gonna go defend my little dwarven friend. Might as well stay here. Keep this. There it goes. Come on, he's moving too fast. Scoot faster. Yeah. Okay, I'll go get... Oh, no, there you got her. Find the cairn gate.
See the objective, mate. Thank you, Lily.
I kind of dig this gun. I'm not gonna lie.
Ancestor god, isn't it?
Aye, it's okay. It's why the Empire flourishes. They have the good sense to come round to the Dawn way of thinking.
Are you certain? Perhaps you dwarves learned the truth from Sigmar.
Nonsense, Grimby. Sigmar even had a beard. See? Proof.
I don't know if this is the right way. They followed me, but I don't think that's wise. Oh, well.
I'll kill some rat men to revenge you, lad. Whoever you were.
Okay, here we are. We're exploring some kind of nasty looking town. Oh. I'm glad I waited. Where is he? Okay. It's like I can hear him growling. He's in my head. Where is he? Again, I can hear creepy sounds, but I do not know where he is. That's cool as hell. Little Slanesh icon there. Looks like the contorted epitome. All right. I'm into this. Thank you, Mole Miner, for pointing this out, because like this is a way more fun way to play. I feel like it's a cool balance of like we have to work together, but also I'm trying to get more stuff than my buds. So there's what, 1, 2, 3 games left in this. It's cool. I'm into it. I'm sold. I was actually going to turn this thing off at noon, and then I was like, this is actually super fun. But let me ask you this. So just so we're not sitting here silently, does anybody have any topics they want to chat about? I'm excited to learn. Oh, your weapons and everything carry over. Ah, even my ammo.
Chaos gods are not interested in this place. How long will that last? Who can say?
I'm going to go ahead and wager that jumping off a cliff into the frozen tundra of ice is not a wise move. This game looks awesome. Yeah, no, it's been a blast, actually. Oh, there's a spawn. Thank you. Man, they hate that guy.
There are hundreds of squalid harbours like this, scattered across the Northland.
I love the outfits they have the Skaven in. I don't know. It's just a little detail. But, oh, I don't have any bullets. No bullets. Somebody get him. Good.
Suppose when you look at it, right, Sigmar's a sort of ancestor god, isn't he?
Aye, it's okay. It's why the Empire flourishes. They have the good sense to come round to the doorway way of thinking. Flag Rocky! Field Rocky coming.
Ooh, nice. Chop right through him. I love this. I feel this game always makes me feel like I'm like, I don't know, the John Wick of Warhammer. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like unstoppable killing machine. It just lets you experience every power fantasy you have as you are painting up any model. Except for Skaven, I suppose. Ooh, the Aunt Bessie. Oh, I like this. This is a gun with doesn't need to compensate for anything. Now here's my question. Do I get to keep these awesome toys that I've been accruing at the end of the expedition or pilgrimage or whatever, you know, terminology they use? Because I dig this gun. Ooh, what are you? Just a wee bit of magma. Oh, the dwarf got in there before me. Let's see.
Aye, you've mastered a trick known to an elf child of 3 seasons. We'll be fine, so long as the dead stay dead.
When does that ever happen? We'll be fine as long as the dead stay dead. It's like, that's, you're just asking for trouble. Why would you even say that? Gore Dome. Oh, this is what I should name my stronghold in Warcry or Path to Glory. And I gotta, oh, that's what I gotta do. Okay, here's what I'm doing, everybody. I'm gonna take the clan Escher leader from Necromunda and paint her up to be like, what's her name from the Thunderdome, Mad Max Thunderdome. Was it Whitney Houston? Was that who that was? Not probably. Oh, for keeping the weapons and stuff? Yeah. No, yeah, this is awesome. This has totally... It has been a weekend of, I guess, renewal in my interests and passions. Like, I was in kind of a funk just emotionally, like, the last, like, month or so, but getting out there, playing some Warcry and playing some Path to Glory. We did narrative missions and stuff like that. I don't know. It just really re-sparked my interest. That's in one day I built all that stuff. Oh god, that thing is speedy. What? Stop running away, you coward. Oh god. I just got sucker punched. I love it. Oh, he got me. Talk to us about your path to glory. I want to get into it, but I'm a little lost on the whole thing. Fair enough. So let me just clarify your question here, Emma. Are you asking about like the lore behind my path to glory, or how path to glory functions? As far as what it is, you pick a warlord, and it's basically, I've been told it's similar to the Mighty Empires campaign from Fantasy Battles. I haven't played it, so I don't know how accurate that is. But essentially, you're fighting over territories, but you don't need a map. You just have it on your sheet of like, yeah, I'm in control of XYZ place. And ooh, yeah, I want to start the trial. Let's do this shiz. Who are we fighting? What are we doing? What are we killing?
No need to panic. That comes when it hits you.
I thought you
Oh god. Your lore, would love somebody to compare with. You know, I'll be super brutally honest with you. I am still very much working on my lore. And the reason I say that is because I want to bring the Carnival of Chaos. Oh, what?
We've more to do. Don't stop.
Oh, that's right. I have to claim my reward or whatever. There we go. Boom. Plus 10 attack speed. Yeah, so for me, I want something that brings in the traditional Carnival of Chaos, which if you don't know is this idea that like Nurgle, instead of having a chosen champion per se, would send in like these grand circuses and carnivals. And they would be like, yeah, they would super dupe people into coming out. They had like an illusion around them to make them look super fun and inviting and safe, I guess, for lack of a better word. And then like when night fell, the illusion would fall off, and all of a sudden you would realize that you were surrounded by like plague bearers and all these creepy, ugly, nasty things. Oh yeah, Sergeant's Warhammer. Now we are messing some stuff up. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm going for. It's still going to be a work in progress type thing. Sadly not. You don't get to keep the gear you work on. That's okay. It's exposing me to new weapons, and I am glad for it. Right? Because this is baller. So, yes, as far as my allure goes, that's kind of the idea I want to create. Now, how exactly I am working that into models and stuff, I'm kind of all over the place. Like, I know I'm going to grab a Luminarch of Hysh and turn that into a custom war shrine. So it looks like a party wagon, right? It's bringing all the circus things in. Let's see. I'm going to go to the shrine. I say we spend some coin, buff ourselves up. Sounds like more of a Slanesh thing. Well, what made it a Nurgle thing was, one, the creepy horror surrounding increase Pilgrim's coin gained by 50% for the next level. Cool, I'll do that. Elites and specials have a chance. Nice. Already. So it is kind of a Slanesh thing in terms of like the party and the revelry, but also Nurgle is the kind of he's a joyous kind of god. So rather than just straight debauchery, it's more about like everything is fun. Look at all the fun we're having. It seems like innocent carnival fun, which of course is more the Nurgle thing. But yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working on. I don't, like I said, have a specific plan in mind. I'm still kind of hashing that out because the Carnival of Chaos stuff really wasn't about 3 pages of a small book for Warcry or for Mordheim. So like, there's not like lore established that I'm going for. I would be cooking it all on my own. It's just a matter of that's the framework. So if anybody wants to help out with that, you're more than welcome to. I got some cool character names generated. I don't have them around me right now, but yeah, that's the idea. So it's going to be a bunch of colorful, out there, looted stuff. You know, I mean, because the wagons for the Celestial Hurricanum and the Luminarch, whatever, they have all this like Sigmar iconography all over them and that kind of stuff. I'm going to keep that and just kind of make it look a little bit wrong. So like maybe do some green stuff to make the twin-tailed comets kind of like fork at the end more, or I come back into a loop. Just that stuff where like someone could reasonably see the cart coming and be like, oh yeah, it's a symbol of Sigmar. And as it gets closer, you're like, that's not a symbol of Sigmar. That's something bad. Hey, money! Now I know what you're thinking, Doug. You're an idiot for just jumping down into the combat. And the answer is absolutely. But yeah, if anyone wants to offer any narrative aid in that endeavor, I would love it. Now, the thing is, I'm doing Slaves to Darkness, so I can kind of have a bit more freedom with the keywords, because I don't have to go Nurgle. Like, oh, that's a cool sound. Even the stuff from that did exist from the Carnival of Chaos stuff, it was only sort of Nurgle in my estimation. Like, it was Nurgle, but all the units were Chaos dudes, right? Chaos dude man bros. Yeah, that was fun. Oh, where's she going? I believe in the buddy system. Go back for red.
I'll never understand how you choose your patron as you did.
Mariah's a sturdy lass. Happy with an ale.
I love it. This makes me feel like an ultimate God of War with all the different buffs that I have of like whenever you do a charge you get, or a block motion, you get a little boost to speed. Where'd my team go? Come on. %50 chance to not consume a grenade. Okay. Okay, someone else grabbed it. That's all right. Why would I want to turn a grindstone? I found playing Vermintide gave me a new appreciation for all the bottom tier baddies in Warhammer Universe. I absolutely agree. Like, everything in this game, just, it's exactly what you imagine it when you actually read the battle tomes. Same thing for, I think Chaos Spawn are a bit big in this compared to what they're described as being, like, but I mean, that's not a complaint for sure. Well, okay, I can't get left behind by my team. Lord knows they ain't gonna wait for me. Ah, snap. Ah, no! Somebody kill the thick boy. Okay. Let's see. I don't even start on Chaos Warriors. These guys are terrifying. Imagining them as a unit. Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, when I said before, that's why I don't care for the Marauder models, is because like the Marauder models are buffer than Chaos Warrior models. And it's like this doesn't work for me. Uh-oh. Sorcerer's gone. Oh man, this dwarf player is just a beast. Ooh, what are you? No, I actually really like this hammer. This thing has been mulching people left and right. Yes! Yes, more! I can't even tell what's going on anymore. It's just a blurry of gore and murder, and I need to get this potion, though, I can tell you that. I think I killed a lot of stuff there. I like to think I did. Done.
Same cause. Yes, of course. We are so alike.
Oh man, that was pretty cool. There is just nothing more fun than that charge.
Before he drowns us in filth.
Oh, wait. Okay, they got him.
You reckon there's any hope for the future, Lloyd? Funny, all the salt spice is much the same, though.
Shoot, rats! You ready?
I don't want to go down this little lane where there's no return. Ooh, what are they fighting over here?
Someone should do something about the bodies. Busy fighting rats.
Remember, Doug, when it comes to weapons, improve, not swap. So when you say improve, maybe there's just an option I didn't see available to me. Oh, oh, I want the potion. Give me the potion, please. Guess right where he be. Got a bomb. Okay. Fighting our way up, up, up.
There is Volnique magic in the distance. I know.
So this says exchange weapon. Is there a way to improve a weapon but not swap it? Because I won't lie, I kind of love this thing. While you're answering that, I will... Part of me wishes these guys remained in AOS. Yeah. I find it so... Oh, God. I find it so hard to have mortal characters, mortal named characters, just because of, yeah, the sheer amount of time between different like chapters of AOS.
Well done. The reward is yours.
Oh, was that the challenge thing?
You can't kill me, and Grifnir said Brushwick don't see.
Range attacks now fire 1 additional projectile. That's pretty good. Taking damage while incapacitated. Killing. There we go. Back to battle. Ooh, I want the bomb. Okay. Well, he's behind us, and there's not much I can do about that. Oh my god, back to back. Good lord. Yeah, we're just going to have all the elites come in behind you, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to make a beeline right. Get me out of this weird rock cliff so I can spin around and kill at will. Cool. All right. Hmm.
The ritual. Hold your ground and fight.
Stop moving. Endure the ritual. I'm gonna hang out with my dwarven buddy here. Oh, okay. So it's just a timer that's clicking. Makes sense. Makes sense. Where'd he go? I rammed him, and then he just disappeared. Cool. Did not mean to pull my gun out at that point. All right, we are hacking in, a slashing in, a rocking in, a grooving. All right. We're about almost 3/4 of the way through it. Okay. Does anybody else think bowmen are more of an inconvenience than an actual enemy? Or you're just like, oh man. Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, Get Tide. Oh man, that would be so cool. Dude, if they did a Get Tide, like where they're throwing nets at you to pin you down instead of having like the, you know, the rats with that come at you with the little like neck holder things. That would be so stinking cool. Okay. Dude, Chaos Truck, I'm all up for fan service. Like, as long as it's cool minis or whatever, like, I'm down with it. No, I don't want to do that. Thank you. Guys. No. Oh, it's right there. The end is right there. There. Can I do my speed run? No. Ooh. Bouncing squigs would be awesome. Oh yeah. Okay. Mole miner. Right. You can either upgrade or swap weapons at different spots. Thanks for the Q&A and playing Vermintide. Oh, you're very welcome. Cool. Okay. So I'll just check all the different ones. So some of them allow you to upgrade your weapon. Some of them are strictly for swapsies. Okay. So my understanding is this is the last mission, right? In this thing. Prepare yourselves. Oh god. And I'm like mostly dead. Oh, but the bouncing squigs would be so much fun. Like even if they didn't do much damage, like on as their own attack, just the bouncing to make it hard to be shot at, and then the speed. That would be rad. And then you can have all the different Troggoths that they're fighting. Oh yeah, this stuff writes itself. Hi there. Oh wow, it's like doubling my vision as past a certain point. Oh wow, they started us like right in a boss fight. Oh crap. Ooh, that was a lot of ones. Holy smokes. Dropped a Minotaur on it. I mean, yeah, I guess this is the final boss fight. They're like, heh, why, thank you, the monster.
You're more bloodless than usual, One-Eye.
Bring it, nerds. Oh, they got him. Okay. I was just like, oh, I gotta save my buddy. Claim the sacred scroll. Hey man, I just want to say I'm loving the Conquest lore, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. Yeah, dude. I got that written up. It's going to be the Nords Part 2, where we talk about the different sub-factions there within. Oh, was that the campaign? The Chaos Wastes? Hey, Doug still on. Thought I'd miss it. Well, I was going to hop off around noon, and then I got totally into this Chaos Waste pilgrimage thing, and I kind of love it. So, great recommendation from Mole Miner, and thank you so much, Spezia. But yeah, let's see. You completed an expedition. Heck yes, I did. Ooh, 2. Oh, wow. These are like a myriad of different buffs. Wow, the anticipation here is killing me. Okay, I did the best at nothing. And that, friends, is how you ride mediocrity to the top. You find a bunch of people who are better than you, and you clip yourself in, you go, hey, listen, we're a team now. Oh, wow. Sweet. That was awesome. I'm definitely going to be doing that from now on. Let's see. I'm going to leave the party here and just kind of hop around. At the end of the expeditions, you go to a holy tower to commune with the gods of order. Let's see. Let's crack open some of these. Do you have something cool in you? Soldier's handgun. I figured out I liked using that quite a bit. Okay. The Reichlanders are welcome. Okay, that's the kind of handgun I had before. I really do like it. Okay. Man, I haven't opened a coffer in forever. Oh wow, that's a sad one. I dig it. Okay. Well, friends, I'm going to go ahead and hop off because I've been going for a while and I still want to get some recording in, and I need my voice to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off for the day. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Need to get my allergy sorted. Excuse me. But this was a super fun experience, and I definitely intend to do more of this because I loved it. I had a great time last night as well, hanging out playing Underworld with folks. So I will see you all very, very soon. Next week I have some videos coming up on Monday for you that I think you'll like. And until then, just stay classy and have yourself some very happy wargaming.